Be ready. 15 seconds. Sir, the scope of the present bill, the Electricity Supply Amendment Bill 1997, is very limited. There are two amendments. The main point is that through the present amending bill, the sum of rupees 1 crore fixed 1997 for some small schemes is being raised to rupees 5 crores. Even this amount of 5 crores seems to be very small, and I do not think that there will be any difference between 1 crore and 5 crores these days. So I would like the minister to consider this aspect very carefully, and I would like to suggest that this amount should be raised to 15 crores or 20 crores, which I think it is the minimum, and I think that would be a reasonable thing. I do not think the present bill is comprehensive enough. I want that a comprehensive bill should be brought forward so that the country could make progress in this field. After all, the aim is to see that electricity generation is adequate and its distribution or supply is proper and the country goes forward. By bringing this piecemeal legislation, I do not think that we are fulfilling or doing justice to anyone. Secondly, the generating companies are authorized to go in for such schemes without obtaining the concurrence of the Central Electricity Authority. Of course, this provision giving more power to state electricity boards is very welcome. I welcome this proposal by the minister. But at the same time, I have to draw his attention to two or three problems facing the country at present. The main thing is that most of the projects which are still pending are not completed. There is a long delay in the completion of some of the important projects. The Public Accounts Committee, you might have gone through their report, said that there are certain projects which have taken 20 to 30 years to complete, whereas they should have completed in 5 to 10 years. Also, prices have gone up by 50 to 100% in some cases. So, this is the state of affairs. I do not know how we are going to progress at such speed, and I would like to point out that the delay in this regard should be taken seriously, and these projects, which are essential to the progress of the country, should be completed in time without further delay. In this connection, I would like to point out here, and I have also in this house so many times stated that as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, all these projects, hydroelectric projects, and other important projects should be considered as national projects, and all the finances required for these projects should be provided by the center. They should not simply depend upon the states for their completion. The Planning Commission and the concerned authorities should see to it that all these projects should be completed on time and no financial excuse should be given. The finance minister is here. Sometimes it is said, for example, that to the railway department, the finance minister is not granting finance and therefore we are not going ahead with some schemes. In the same way, the hydroelectricity projects which are still pending completion should not be held up due to financial difficulties. So we have to take urgent steps to see that all such projects should be completed on time. So far as Andhra Pradesh is concerned, there are many important projects which need immediate attention. For example, we have drawn the attention of the central government on more than one occasion to the fact that the hydroelectricity cum irrigation project is there. This requires the constitution of a board consisting of the representatives of Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, and Madhya Pradesh. The central government has not given permission. So far, nothing has been done. So, due to the non sanction by the central government, the project is being held up. No meeting has been held so far. So, I want that the central government and the minister should take immediate steps to see that this is sanctioned immediately. Another important hydroelectric project in Andhra Pradesh is pending. We have drawn the attention of the central government to this on more than one occasion. No steps have been taken in this regard. Of course, different states have put forth their demands for setting up nuclear hydroelectric projects in their areas. There was one committee known as Sethna Committee set up by central government. This committee has inspected several sites in different states, especially in southern states, and this committee has also gone to Andhra Pradesh and inspected thoroughly the Nagarjun Sagar area. The committee has come to the conclusion and has submitted a report to the central government that the area near Nagarjun Sagar in Andhra Pradesh is most suitable for setting up a nuclear project in that area. I do not know what steps the central government have taken in this regard, but the minister stated that the report has been submitted. Sir, my first question is whether there is any particular strategy at all which our government is applying to control the price rise, because we had the 3 years of the Janta rule when there was no strategy at all. Even the plan was called the rolling plan. That is why I am asking what is the strategy. It is not my intention to theorize here or to sound scholastic, because scholastic debates are not meant for parliament, but common sense is. I firmly believe that no theory can be viable unless it can be understood by common sense. In a nutshell, I look at the economic strategy of our government in the 1980s as radically different from the past. There was hardly any difference in the styles and approaches of the previous 2 decades. The approach then was one of the demand management without caring for the supply side.